Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I don't know. You're probably hearing the generator. Let me know. Hey, Logan, what's up, Jamie? Jack, how you doing? Um, is it really annoying or what? I have it on because I was down to about 40% on the batteries, which was good. But my calculations and stuff, and the kids are coming up, and I just want to make sure that I make it through the night. So I've had it on only for. I've got the. Let's see. It's putting out. Well, I got a little bit of sunshine. It's a little overcast. 550 watts coming in. It says 10 hours to charge it up, and the battery's already come up 5%. So I used about 60% in 20 hours. So I think the way that I'm thinking in my mind, I've either got to get another battery or I have to just run the generator for probably 2 or 3 hours in the morning. Now, in this particular place, their quiet time is from midnight till 7 a.m. So if I fire it up, I mean, I was up at 4:30 this morning, and fire it up from 7 to maybe 10, 3 hours. We'll probably do it. We'll see. I started this one at it was about 8 o'clock, so it's only been on for a half hour. Um, and like I said, I left it off for a little while because it was only 26 Celsius outside at when the sun came up. So I had left it off there, but of course I didn't have the generator running, so it wasn't. I just wasn't draining the battery. Oh, I wasn't draining the battery anymore. Uh, can't hear it. Okay, good. I can just barely hear it, and it's right up against the trailer. It's running about half speed, um, and it's putting out about 1,000 watts. So cool. I'm glad because I want to leave it running. Plus, I've got it set down to 22, 22 degrees. I've got two fans blowing on me, both USB and both battery fans. Hey, Douglas, how you doing? Hey, Tommy. Um, so they'll be this afternoon. Hoping to get a little bottle of tequila to do it. The blender that I used, the bigger one, worked way better. I made another one last night. It was really good. So I also had bought some, like I said, I had bought some mixer off of Lasada. So we'll see what I haven't tasted it yet. I guess I could taste it. But yeah, so that's the bike showed up. The little deal. I'd already ordered the stuff. The Before the bike got there, my two heavy, very aggressive knobby tires and the exhaust system, the end mirrors like Logan put on his new bike, the gearing. I want to regear it, new chain, and the only thing that I was reading on or YouTubing is they said if you only do one or the other, the mapping. It showed how to reprogram with a with a paper clip the control in the bike now, but it'll only do so much. They said if I there's a couple of different mods that you can do on the intake. One is just a round pipe with a K&N filter on the end of it, pretty much. The other one is you use the deal. There's a perforated panel. You pull that off the front of it. You drill a bunch of little 1/8 inch holes in it, and that seems to do good too. So I don't know. Otherwise, it's like $300 or something for the mapping freaking deal on it, or 100 and some odd dollars to send in the one on the bike and have them, somebody remap it for you. So I don't think I'm going to mess with it. I'm going to put the pipe on. They said if you only do one, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, I'm not going. I'm gearing the thing way back, for in the, and like I am here. People were driving bikes around. Of course, I didn't get a chance to put it on the back, but yeah, bar end mirrors. Is that what they're called? I was looking at the round ones. I almost got the round ones, but I ended up getting the oblong ones. I don't know if I'm going to put them back underneath or leave them out. I'll see. Um, I was always one of those guys. What behind me doesn't matter too much, especially if I'm going fast. And then there's always that one person that's going just a little bit faster that you have to be aware of. Every damn near every uh, YouTube video that I've seen on these Groms, they use them a lot for little stunt bikes, I guess, wheelies and shit like that to learn on. But everybody said you need to change the exhaust immediately. The exhaust is way too quiet. And I guess a bunch of people have gotten, like I've always said, loud pipes save lives. Uh, screw the neighbor that you started up in front of when you go to work. But you can always keep it back. I mean, if you're not wrapping something up and boo, boo, boo out of the neighborhood and then open the thing up, I won't have to worry about that. So this thing has a baffle in the end of it. Let me see. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can pull it up. I have to pull up Lasada. And let's see. Is that it? Lasada. It looks like it. Come on. There we go. Again. Thing was already delivered, so where is it? Is this it here? Let me see. No. Sorry, guys. My orders. There it is. I ended up getting. Okay. All right, everybody. Did I lose everybody? No, still people are here. What's up? We're talking about bikes. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Hey, Maui, how's it going? Let me see. Present. Share screen. Where this think this is it? Yeah, this is it. So this is the one I got. Is this one? I like the. If you look at the bike, it's got the bars are that bluish tone deal. I would have almost went for this one, but this one, and you can see the baffle there. Or I hope you can see the baffle there. Let's see that baffle right there. It can be either in or out. So I'll probably do a little video on it. Although it sounds like I got this microphone's too strong. Is this microphone breaking up, or does it sound okay? Hey Justin, how you doing? I'll probably do a video on it. Everybody has. This is a cheap. What is that? 1,400. So it'd be 30, 40, 40 under $50 for the whole thing. It should work. Should be fine. And then I'd gotten. Let me go back over here. I'll give somebody a quick overview of what I got. I got these tires. Those right there. I'd say they're fairly aggressive, but I'm not going to be. I don't think I'll be riding it on too much of the roads. I've got to do something with the front fender. I haven't figured that out yet. People say that it's so close. It is. Here's the ones I got. Look at the price on that, Logan. Um, they're probably just the cheapest pieces of shit you ever seen. But that's what $4.50, $2 a piece. I mean, God, how can you even make something like that for $4? I don't know. I'm amazed. I don't know what you paid for yours. And then I bought these because they said MSX on them. I bought the red ones, of course. And then that came along with this. I ordered a little because it said it on there. And then, of course, with that came a set of free black ones. So I guess I could have ordered red. I don't know. But those were free. What else did I order? This is the gearing. I ordered a 1437, and then I ordered a separate 38 rear gear, and it come with a DID. And the reason I went with the DID because that's what I used with the go-karts. I bought this box, which I thought was cheap too, 1,000. And which one did I get? I don't know. There, I got it on the 125, but this is the one I got right here. I don't know. It's got some stickers or something on it, but what is that? $30. Unbelievable. Logan, Jamie, you better be prepared when you guys move here. Logan's gonna go ape shit over what they have for sale here. The pricing, anyway. And we had talked about that before with that locking um, phone deal. I paid $80 for the. Uh, don't say that out loud. Jamie is watching. Okay, I'll keep my opinions to myself. Yeah, I mean they're that $4. Wow. I'll show them to you too. Like I said, I'll do a little video of. I'm probably not going to actually do the install, although I probably could. But here in Thailand, I'll get the whole thing done, and it'll cost me $15. They'll put the pipe on, they'll put the tires on, they'll do everything, and it'll cost me 15, $20, something like that. Yeah, that's right. And you're not coming back for a while. Are you coming back before Bobby? Bobby's going to be gone 6 months. I know. I think you're going to be gone about the same, right? If I'm not mistaken. I couldn't do it. Like you guys are going back with your wives. That I could probably do, but I can't. I don't have that option. So me fathoming going back by myself and being away from my wife and family for 6 months. No way. Yeah, back in September. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a long time. But I am going to try to get. I might be in the States when you guys are still there, so maybe we'll have to. If I'm traveling around, maybe we'll have to meet up in the great US of A. Because I think I'm going to go August, I'm guessing. And I'm not going to, I don't think, my wife's taken off too much time already. So uh, I think we'll have to wait till next year because it's got to be at least a 3 week deal. Everybody wants to meet her, from Temecula to, which I thought was kind of weird. Kia put out that deal with Keisha. Um, that they were buying a house and San Diego was a little on there. They ended up buying in the Temecula. Well, half my family, I got probably 30, 40 relatives there that have been there for 35, 40 years, back when Temecula and Menifee were the fastest growing cities in the United States of America. And they're there. So I'm very familiar with the area that they ended up moving to. But I have a lot of relatives there that want to meet her in the San Fernando Valley, in Arizona, and up in Northern California by Redding, and my kids on the way up outside of Sacramento. So it's got to at least be 3 weeks of travel. So, oh, I miss going. You didn't hear me say anything about $80. Yeah, I guess she heard me, or she saw yours. Hey, Lasheen, how are you? Glad you could make it. That's what I'm saying. See, move here, and probably damn near the same, pretty much the same thing for $4.50. So I'm kind of curious to get back. The kids sent me a picture of the bike, which you can't really. Oh, okay, I didn't want to do that. You can't really tell per se. They sent it to me because I asked. They took pictures when it was in the driveway. But let's see if it'll. There it is. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, there it is. So you can't tell. My this is going to be funny. My wife, of course, is. Let's see. Where is the? Let's see how I bring that. Okay, that's how I bring it up. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Brain fade. There you are. All right. Stop screen. Share screen. Uh, um, what, uh, how come I can't find it? I guess because it's not up. I don't know why. There it is. Let me see something. No, I can't do it. Anyway, it's just sitting in my driveway, so I can't really tell per se what it screens cancel. Make sure you cook share. Okay. But anyway, uh, I'll do a little video on it. Some people might be interested. It's they're real cheap. I paid 20,000 baht for it, and they're all over the place. You can find them from, depending on the year, from 15,000 to 30, and brand new. I think they're like 70. Um, The newer ones, I think 23 and 4 are 5 speeds. Uh, the earlier ones, like the one I got, are 4 speeds, which again, I can do that with gears, the gearing on what I want. I just want it to crawl around. But I'm reasonable. What is, excuse me, I'm horrible. I know that I checked. Let's check my great, uh, what gold is. It is 39,600 a bot, and the bot is 36.8 to the dollar. So if you come over here, and with the stuff that I bought, I think I'm right at about 22,000 divided by 36.5. $600 for that little scooter. So I don't know. Shit. It sounded good when I heard it running. So we'll see when I get home. They'll be here tonight. I'm trying to talk my wife into bringing me a small bottle of tequila, like I said earlier, and I think she's going to bring me a couple wine coolers. So I'll do that. Let's see, 80 degrees in El Paso right now. It's jumped up quick. It was 26 this morning. It is, let it reset, 32 already. 32, and it's 8:47. They're good. It's going for 39 today. So let's see on my solar. I've got it set at 22. It's nice and cool in here. I'm not sweating or anything. You can barely hear the generator running, and I've got it right up against. I did bring the long cord. I could put it way the hell out there, and maybe I will. I don't know. I'm gonna let it run for a while until they come over. There's no one around me, so I don't feel like I'm aggravating anybody. And it's up to 47%. So it's gained 7% in 45 minutes, a little, almost probably an hour. So not bad. And my battery compartment says 95, and it's going to be hot. I did put out the awning. I did re-level up the trailer. I was laying down this way, so I lifted it up this morning when it was nice and cool. Reset down the stabilizers, put out the awning. Now I just got to take a couple of guide lines out, put those in, keep it from flapping in the breeze, move a couple of things out of the truck, put up a table and my chair, and then I got to do some video too. But we'll see so I can get done. Hey, Robbie, did I get you? There you are. Good morning to you. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be. Is that what that is? I don't even know. What did I say it was? Um, oh, the wind's kicking the awning. I thought somebody was gonna come in and try to open my door. Let's see. Did I 32? What is 32? Who's got a phone or a calculator? John Tim isn't that hot yet. Good morning to you. Good morning, Gary. Um, nice cool breeze at the beach, Robbie. Yeah, it seems to stay a little bit cooler. It wasn't, and I don't know. Phuket was hot too, but you don't mind as much as the water's crystal clear. You run down to the beach and catch a sunset, sunrise, whatever you're at, morning or night, and jump in the water. I mean, it was nice. Hey, Mariano, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Haven't seen you since the good old days of living my ass off. I do see you occasionally with Robbie. I know you taken a walk with him a couple of times. So is that what it is? 89. So at 39, what is that going to be? That's got to be 100, right? Or close to it, or more. 3289, 39,102. Yeah, it's going to be hot. I know that I put up from last year on the truck, on the old truck, 43 uh, this time last year in Surin. So it's gonna be warm. But it's fine right inside here. So I'm probably gonna do a lot of video from in here. Not too much. I wish I had the bike, but this is another shakedown deal. I didn't. It was hotter than the hubs of hell when I got here. I didn't get out and set up a tripod and put a camera on it, and then get back out and drive the truck around and back through. I think I'll save that for the next one, but I'll try to do some decent video. Maybe give um, my opinions on life or something. I don't know what the hell I'll talk about. I had a bunch of people. It was really weird. I got a good response on the on that 5.5 years here. Some people I got some thumbs down, but no big deal. Um, some people asked me if I was. It was anyway. Uh, thank you very much, everybody that watched it. I appreciate it. No, I haven't noticed that, Logan. I have not. Yeah, a long time ago, right? The cool kids. Um, Mike was supposed to come to that meetup, and then he needed to be back with his parents. Called him away, but we'll meet up again. I did get to go to Chumpan and spend a little bit of time with Mike. Really a good guy. As is with, I got to spend a little bit of time with this gentleman here and his lovely girlfriend. But she with you or is she at school? Um, but I haven't seen it. Not like in the States, like kickstands, especially on the old panhead and shit, because I had to kick it so I could really dig that freaking kickstand in. Had to be real careful in the asphalt. But no, I haven't noticed that here. And I've driven around, haven't paid much attention, but I would think I would notice that. Yeah, they're probably better than ours, right? They have better infrastructure than I do. Hey, Craig. Morning, everyone. I almost hired a guy because it is a semi power tool. My impact that I put up my leveling jacks in, the guy that directed me in here, I was going to go, hey, you want to make 100 baht? You want to, but I said, nah. But any kind of moving thing, I think I'm going to do a special video just for Uncle Craig. I'm going to have somebody come over and I'm going to grab like a chainsaw or something and pretend to go for it and then go, hand it to a Thai guy, go, here's 50 baht and have him work for an hour and do everything that I wanted to do. Just in case he needed to learn, I'm giving him shit, how to do that. Think I should do a video on that? Let me know. Uh, no school right now. We'll be going back to Koh Samet this next week. She will be back in school the next month while I'm in the U.S. How long are you going to the U.S. for? You like that, Craig? Um, yeah, I'm going to that. You're going to be in Samet then for Sokran. The 12th is the start. They're saying 5 days. At least that's what the government says. I'm going to be there from the 12th to the 20th, and should be a bunch of fun. So when I get blow out of here on Sunday and relax for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I think Thursday, Friday morning we'll leave at like sun up, 5:30, 6 o'clock, in two cars. And I'm shaking this thing. Is that driving you guys nuts? I'll try to be a little better with it. We'll be in Koh Chang. Should be fun. Should be good. I'll try to get some video. I'll give the kids a couple cameras. I did that last time and had a really good time. Hey, Baldy, how you doing? Missed you at the meetup. Had a few things to take care of. Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? Life always seems to get in the way of the fun stuff. We had a good time. It was fun. I know a lot of people did videos on it. Maybe next time. I'm going to try to do it maybe twice a year or something. Hey, Louis Cabo, how are you? Hope you're well. Hola. Um, hey, Ron. Uh, the I'll probably twice a year, I think, or something like that. It was fun. If anybody would have said, "Oh, this sucks" or whatever, I would think about it. But I think everybody that went had a good time, and we got together, the next day, and like Robbie and Kitty got to meet my sort of meet my wife and kids. They were across the table, and Andy went with us, and Jake and his wife. It was a good time. I had a really good time, and I don't know, maybe we'll do it someplace different, but I think in that general area, I like the ocean. Maybe Rayong or maybe the other side. I mean, I'd go over to Hua Hin or Hua Hin or Cha Am or that area over there. It's only another. We could fly in and just take a van down there. That's the way I've went a couple of times. Or maybe I'll pull the trailer and then send my wife back on a plane, and maybe I'll make a trip out of it. Who knows? But it was fun. So we'll do it again, Wally. No worries. Hope you and your family and everybody are doing well. You had a kid, am I correct, or did I go nuts? Did you have another kid? I think I saw something on Facebook. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just old and. Uh, and my wife wanted to thank you, Lewis. Thank you very much. You're the man. Um, but I think did you Baldy, or am I going crazy? I have to check myself every once in a while because I think maybe I'm going senile or something. Let's see what my yeah, still putting out 600 watts at 48% now. If it goes like this, it'd be like 7 hours, but I ain't gonna go that long. I might go until I run out of gas, unless somebody bothers me, because I could sleep with this. As loud as loud as it is right now. I could sleep. What is that something that you're doing, um, Robbie? If it is, by all means, guys. Um, when is it, or is it what is a podcast? I'm horrible. Is a podcast? There's no video. I'm horrible, and I'm thinking about. I want to go. I want to go to Cabo. I'm thinking about doing that by myself. Um, maybe, or maybe with my cousin Rich, the one that I told you about, would drive up and down the that peninsula there. Crazy man. He's my age with a 25-foot um, with a fly bridge deal on it. His boat. He's insane. He hasn't done that in a while. I think he got smart. He just got back from Africa. He spent 3 weeks in Africa. Amazing. Yes, that will be podcast. It's with Ryan. Okay, and that was a podcast. That video. I don't know. I don't know what a podcast is. I know what a live stream is, but that's about it. But yeah, okay. So you guys and I guess it will be Ryan and Robbie talking about all the good things in Thailand. Maybe not even talk about Thailand. Maybe they'll talk about cruise ships. David, podcast is just like what you are doing, but with live guests. Oh, okay. Well, like I used to do, and I'm going to start doing that again. I think I'm going to start putting up the link and letting the people that are on here, if they want to come on, like Robbie or anybody that's a regular. If you're on here and you've just started on here, I'd have to get to know you a little bit, because there are some trolls that want to get in and try to get the channel taken down and do nasty things if I let them on real quick, and could get me kicked. But yeah, once I get to know you, by all means, come on. But I used to do it all the time with Mitch. Probably most of the time with Mitch and who else used to come on all the time? Let's see, a couple of Ozzy. Mark used to come on all the time. Brock used to come on all the time. It was fun. I think I'll do that again. Um, that way, it takes a little bit off of me too. I don't have to constantly come up with stuff. I know there's a bunch of stuff that is getting around talking, and I'm not going to really talk about it too much. One is work permits in Thailand, and um, the uh, insurances, taxes. I mean, there's a lot of crap, but it's all hearsay. Until, you know, I will say a couple of things on it. When Thailand says you're working, then I'll say okay, uh, and I'll take down whatever I got or demonetize or whatever the case may be. If the money's going to my wife, I don't see how they could. But it's all, when it comes down to brass tacks, doesn't matter what the attorney thinks, doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It's what the government says it is. That's what it is. And you can have whatever you think. Oh, it's not because I don't think anybody. It's not because I don't. It's not because. It doesn't make a difference. If they decide that that's the way it is, that's the way it is. So it isn't up to anybody. No one has the right to say that I'm working or you're working or this one's working. It's up to the government. And when they do, then they'll do something about it. The taxes, I just can't see them taxing money for the 18th time, coming into their country, taxing my money that I'm spending in Thailand. I just can't see them doing that. I know a lot of people will bounce, you know. I don't have a choice. My wife and family are here. So, but a lot of people have choices. They can travel, they can go to Malaysia, they can go to Vietnam, they can go other places. And if they want them to bounce, then do it. But I don't think they want to do that. So anyway, Ryan was on what Greenie's podcast. It was a great show. Well, how did I miss that? Was this recently or no? We will be doing live and podcast format with chat about why leaving the West, traveling, all the good. Yeah, cool. 1 hour show sounds good to me. I'll watch if I'm around. Um, the I met him like 2 or 3 times. I kind of like the guy. We're not really haven't sat down and like talked to him for hours on end, but seems like a pretty good guy. I met him at Thanksgiving again, and a couple of the meetups and stuff like that. I like the guy. I don't know him extremely well, but uh, I like him. It was great also to have Kevin from Kevin came on a couple of times. Was that on Greenie's show too, or no? Am I Greenie? It must have been on Greenie's deal. I did message Kevin. I was up at like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning the other day, and he was doing a live stream. So I did say hello, and then I went back to sleep. But I like Kevin. I met him a few times. Good guy too. But yeah, it was fun when I was doing it. Um, I think I'll do it again. Hey Tim, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you. I was thinking about you the other day when I was looking at my empty chair and I wasn't racing. I'm going to try to do that a couple of times before I go to Koh Chang. But we're going to go to Serenity. So I don't know. What are you guys? What's everybody doing on Sokran? I think that we've determined that Robbie's going to the island, right? Um, I don't know what anybody else that's here is doing. What are you doing, brother Ron? Are you still here? Um, this is going to be a good one, I think. I'm going to give the kids the option. If I can lock myself into the cab of the truck, and they want to sit in the back with a drum of water, I'll drive them around. Like as long as I don't get soaked, I'm fine with it. So they might want to do it. I don't know. It hasn't been how long? 5 years now? 4 years? 4 years, I think, almost since a real Sokran. So you'll be in Pattaya, okay? Uh, I'm doing the least on a day. I do at least. Real? Do you really? I got to get into it. I for some reason I can't get that my VR to work consistently, and I know it's me. I'm doing something wrong. But boy, when I get it to work, it sure is nice. I can actually see because when I'm looking far away at that 50-inch uh, TV I got, it just I can't see everything. You're gonna hang out at the mall and stay dry. Good. That sounds like a good move. We said last week going to for a month raging river. How are you gonna go in the river with your fingers stitched up? Or did you already get the stitches out? Or are you gonna take them out? Uh, Heading to BKK for Sokran. Have a wedding to attend. Cool. It's good to hear somebody going to a wedding instead of Andrew getting in here and saying, I'm going to my sixth funeral in the last 3 weeks. Man, amazing. I feel for him and his family. Um, but yeah, I don't know. You got, I guess you could put a glove on or something, right? So you put a glove and then rubber bands cut off the circulation to your wrist and lose your whole hand. But you were having fun in the river. Um, I think he's a wild man. But see, he's still able to do it. See, the luck that I have is I'm too fat and too old to do 1/10 of what he's doing. The stuff that I can do, I could never hurt myself on. I'm not going to go up a ladder. I'm not going to use anything harder than maybe a drill motor or a screw gun, or like for here, the impact to raise and lower, that kind of stuff. Anything that's spinning at high speed that cuts, no. And I was going to ask you, how come you don't use a sawzall? Do you have a sawzall? A lot of that stuff that I saw you with, if you butted that sawzall down into it and bottomed it out. I mean, I used a sawzall for years and years and years in HVAC, from cutting roofs to cutting steel to cutting everything, and I never had a problem. Now with cutoffs and stuff like that you're using, they kick back all the time. I just, they're dangerous. Put it that way. Mm. Been playing golf with Jim, getting up at 6:30. Are you guys good? Is Jim any good? I didn't really get to see when I know Chuck put out a video with him in there. I wish I had somebody close that I'd go with. Maybe maybe Andrew. I don't know if Andrew golfs or not. I think I don't know if Bobby does either. Maybe I could talk them into it. It's been, has to be over 20, 23, 24 years. When I moved from the San Fernando Valley up to above Fresno, and I was in Fresno for almost 20 years. And then yeah, it had to be 25, 30 years ago. That was the last time. I never played golf. I did hit a bucket of balls once in Oakhurst, but that was it. Next Wednesday, we're taking the water out of the pond, catching fish, and catching a buzz. Yeah, just no sawzall. Breaking blades on those all the time. There's something ain't right. I didn't break blades too bad at all, unless they're cheap ass blades. But yeah, now you're gonna what? How are you gonna keep all that nasty pond water out of your cuts when you're catching fish? Or are you gonna be drinking? This would be the what I would drinking, watching people catch the fish out of the pond. That I could understand, but I'm sure that that water has some nasty shit in it. Buzz them fish. Uh, Middle name is Danger. Yeah, that's true. Uh, Craig the Danger. I don't know his last name. But yeah, I would definitely put on a glove, right? Or am I being too? I don't know. Used to be, didn't give a shit, but I could do stuff. And like I said, if I was building a bike and in an air conditioned room, probably an U-Bahn, um, I would do that. I would set up an air compressor and get some good tools, and inside the house in an air conditioned room, assemble a motorcycle. Supervising, yeah, that's the word. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Everyone, for Socran, I'll be sitting here, my computer watching. Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be a crap load of videos out on Socran. That's for sure. Uh, I got to get a longer. This cord is that long. Can you see it? That's it. And I'm guessing the microphone sounds okay. I don't know if anybody answered me. I don't know if Logan and Jamie are still awake or whether they went to bed. I'm not going to go long. It's how long have I been on? 40 minutes. I'll probably go an hour. We'll go an hour and let it be. There's 13 people here now. Um, Thanks everybody for jumping in on the test live streams. Worked fine. Um, I've got my battery deal here, and the way that I set it up, I think it's perfect. Like I said before, I think I'm going to have to run when I'm out by myself, even if well, I don't know. If it's a little cloudy, but if it's pumping out 1,000 watts or close to it, I might be okay. Because right now, like I said, because it's running, it's putting out 600 watts plus the air conditioner's running. So that would charge it in 8 hours. So if it was like that all day, uh, like maybe, well, I'm going to shut it off here in a couple hours or let it run out of gas. in the middle of the day at the strongest sunshine, noon, on my roof, straight up and down, I'll take a look and see what it is. And if I'm running the air conditioner and it's still pulling the 6, then maybe I could make it. But I think if I'm in a place and the way that this sounded, if I put it off maybe 30 feet away, I wouldn't even hear it running. And especially if I'm by myself and out boondocking and whatever, so I don't have to. The way that this sounds in the closest people, they probably can't even hear it. And if they did, they probably would have already been over here knocking on my knocking on my door saying, "Shut that damn thing off! It's annoying." Yeah, the kid bought bought me 2 6-packs. One was real, and one was Coke Zero. So I figured I'd have a real one. Give myself a sugar rush this morning. I bought, like I said, I bought stuff to make tuna fish. I didn't bring a can opener. I could go up and see if they have one in the little store. My wife will bring one maybe, and I'll have them. I'm going to make, I think after I get here for lunch, I'm going to make egg salad. I talked about that in the test live stream. I'll just cut up a little bit of onion. And like I said, I just make mine with pepper and a little bit of onion and a little squeeze of real yellow mustard. And it's my favorite. And now that I'm Jones, I didn't get any regular potato chips because I'm trying to stay away from the salt. But I think that'll be enough. I got to get the eggs out of there and boil them up. I haven't set up anything outside yet. I'll probably throw a table up and get a couple of things up, and then I'm going to be overheated. So I just didn't push anything. Like I said, leveling up was okay. Um, Everything went. It's just trying to get the driving in and driving by, and I am going to put the drone up, so I'll get some good drone footage. Um, I'd like to learn how to use the drone. I know JJ Drones. He comes on occasionally. If you guys aren't subscriber, you're into drones. He's a truck driver too, or he is a truck driver, and he does a lot of stuff, and he's got the follow me and all that. And I haven't really checked it out on my 4 yet, but it's pretty cool. It automatically put it in automatic, and it'll as you're walking, it'll circle around you, stay in front of you, come behind you. It does whatever it wants to do. Plus, it avoids everything. He was walking through the forest, not a dense forest, but through the forest. So that kind of stuff, I'd like to do a lot of that stuff, but god dang, man, 40 degrees Celsius is just a little too much for me. I'm gonna guess they're not gonna be here till probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. I know my wife. She won't take off early from work. She'll get home at 5:30. They'll leave at 6, so they'll be here 8 o'clock maybe at the earliest. I think. Hey Tip, how you doing? Hello to you. Hey Dune C Jedi, how are you? Glad you could make it. Um, so yeah, so I'll put the drone up. And I could do that from sitting right here in the trailer. So that makes it nice. I got to check the batteries. I got to pull it in and charge up everything now that I'm running on the generator. And but digging the trailer. It's freaking awesome. I bought a bigger fan that also charges off of solar. It's battery, and my little one that I've had for a long time is a USB lithium ion battery in that also. I got both of those running. The bigger one I bought basically for outside when the kids are sitting out there or early in the morning. If I'm out there, if I want to drink a cup of coffee tomorrow. This morning I had 2 cups sitting right here. I didn't even go outside. So it was it's cool. I'm digging it. I like this area. I'll do a video on it, and I'll get some video outside. The picture that is the thumbnail on this, that is what I'm looking at out the front. There's that canoe or whatever the hell is sitting right there. That's not a paddleboard. That one's a canoe. Those are theirs. You can use it. Just take it and go. I'm sure the kids will probably do that. We'll have to see. I know they're all hyped up on getting to Ko Chang, and they love Serenity. Never played golf. I played with my cousin, the one that passed away that had the Lou Gehrig's. We were when I was one of my divorces, and I was going to retire when I was young. After I was going to retire at under 40, and a bunch of stuff happened. My wife at the time that had my kids cheated on me, and I had her divorce, had her serve papers the next day, and I had a bunch of stuff in process, a house being built, and land in uh, um, Central California. Um, anyway, uh, I what was I going off on a tangent for? Oh, we used to go all the time because I took a little sabbatical from working, and we'd go out all the time. And I got fairly good. Had a lot of bad habits, but I'd like to try it again. Although I don't know, man. I don't want to. I'd have to go like Tim was saying, getting up at 5 o'clock and being the first ones to tee off or something. I wouldn't want to be hanging out there. Even now, what's it? Let's see. It's only 9. It's only 9:17 here, and it is. Let's see. It's still saying 32 degrees. So not bad. And I'm still 630 watts. 50%. The batteries come up 10% in basically an hour and 15 minutes. I think I'm trying to think on how long it's basically a 2000 watt. It's 2200 max and down. The 2000s are 2000 max and down 1800 running. This one is a Chinese model. I paid almost nothing for it, 10,000 baht. So what is that? 250, $300. It's a quiet deal, and I want to say it'll run for 4 or 5 hours on that gallon of gas, maybe longer. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do a test on that too. I know a lot of people would be interested in that. I'm really surprised at the way that it's running now. Um, uh, it, I don't know. Like I said, it's right up against the outside of the trailer, not 4 feet from me, and you can. This mic is really sensitive. I can hear it in my headphones, but it's cool. It's good. I like it. Hockey, baseball. Yeah, I'm too old to do anything now. Golf, I can almost do. No call in JFK. Uh, Ron likes it. Ron loves it. He says, "Craig, have you ever played here?" Ron wants to go golfing. I think, Craig. But yeah. So hopefully, like I said, I'll get a semi-test video. I'll do a little bit of running at the mouth and talking about whatever I end up talking about. Maybe show a little bit of cooking. Nothing drastic. A little bit of setting up, um, and that's about it on this one. And I was more than happy with the way that the trailer pulled. I will take it back and have the guy that put the leaf springs and shocks and everything on it look at everything, check all the welds, anything he bolted, tighten it. Same thing with the motorcycle rack on the back. I'll have him come in and tighten up everything, weld everything. He's going to come over after Sokran. And I got a couple other things. We're going to finally try to get the house working correctly, the house solar, and I've got a couple other things that I want him to do. I want to on the pond in the backyard. I want him to put lights coming from where I sit. Or if you ever seen anything where I'm looking at the waterfall and it's got the two gray filters, I want him to put a light up high, shining down on the waterfall, and then a couple other the light in where the trailer is, possibly raise the roof on the trailer. It is really close, man, and I don't want to rip my solar panels off, so I might have them just cut that back a little bit and jack it up, hold it in place. Maybe put a bigger something that slips over it and weld it in place, just to put it up maybe 3 inches, and put a light there and bring water over there. Um, I don't know how much longer I'll have that property, but you just got to dig across the road. Better to do it now while it isn't asphalted or concreted, because I think they're gonna do it. I know they did it to Tim's, which was freaking awesome. get that over there. So I've got water to wash the trailer, wash the solar panels, fill the water tank, that type of thing. So, wash my truck if I want to, if the kids want to wash it. So much cheaper. Again, you go down and spend, I don't know what it is, 200 baht, a couple hundred baht, $6, $7 or something, and they do everything inside and out. So, see what I missed here? Anything? Learn sports was awesome. Yeah, I did actually. Speak of the devils, one of them is right here. Haven't put any line on it. Haven't drowned anything. The other one is inside of a case, but they're still. That one's like a 4-piece. This is just a 2-piece rod. That one has, and I bought some like lures, and I might go out and drown something. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, you have pictures of the trailer. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I mean, let me look real quick here. You've never seen it before. Let's see. Did I? Can't remember if I. Hold on. That's the. What is this one? Well, I thought I had already downloaded something with the trailer, but I guess I hadn't. Yeah, let me. I'll show you. It's in the. Let's see. Let me look here. Pictures. MP4. No. All files. No. Uh, what happened? Uh, I dig the trailer. Let's see. All files. How come I'm having? I guess that must be under downloads. Okay, no. General pictures. No. Yeah, here they are. Sorry. Huh. Figures when I want it. It's just, where's the. You gotta have a picture of the trailer, right? Is that one? No. Downloads. Gotta be in here. How come it's not in their pictures? Gotta be kidding me. Anyway, the guy that it's a Chinese trailer. The guy has a YouTube video out on the whole thing. I'm trying to look at. For some reason, I'm just not. Let's see if I. Nothing there. Wow. Save pictures. Here they are. This is the trailer here. Must be an MP4. I figure that. Okay, let me go back here. It's not showing any of them as MP4s. Why does it have to be a MP4? Huh. Well, imagine that. I've never had that. Let me go down here. Oh, okay. It's because I'm putting it on. I'm not on the right spot. No wonder I couldn't find the trailer. I'm sure I have some in here, but I'll put it on here. Let's see. There it goes. But in this video I'll do a walk around and an inside and outside of the trailer. Boy, it's taking forever. I'm on my deal, but this is the basic. That's the trailer. But now it sits up about 8, 10, 12 inches higher, and the bike rack on the back. And I want to say it's about 5, 6 meters long. I don't know, but I dig it. I really enjoy the trailer. Anyway, let me come back here. How do I get rid of that? There we go. But anyway, but I like it. Yeah, I'll do one on this video inside. It's kind of messy, but that you could associate the word messy with me. When my wife gets here, they'll have everything go to the trailer trash island. I still got to figure out how the hell to do that. Yeah, I miss fishing too. Um, I don't know, but like I said, man, it's stifling outside. And when you're sitting in here and at 22, 20 degrees, air conditioner going and hat on, shirt on, no sweating, uh, makes it kind of hard. Trailer rich, yeah. People dig it, man. When they see it in there, like, there's not that many people here. If they come in today on Friday and just come for the weekend, especially if they see my wife and everything on Saturday, they'll come over and start speaking Thai and can they look at it and that kind of stuff. They dig it. But the Thai people are really getting into camping, man. You can go like right here, all right? They don't charge me, not charging me for the trailer, not charging me for, there is spots over there that have just a little electric plug, only for a fan. No cooking appliances, no air conditioners, no nothing. 100 baht a person. And they didn't say, now this isn't government. The last one that I went into was 40 baht for a Thai person, 400 baht for me. That was a government place, and which is okay. Got no problem. But here, 100 baht. So for $3, a Thai person can come here or with their family, $10. They can come and spend a nice night, set up a tent, cook on the barbecue, and it's pretty cool. They're really getting into it now, which I think is awesome. Yeah, 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 exactly. When I did a lot of my second wife, second, no, my first wife, moved up to Bishop, Lone Pine, and after we had gotten divorced, but we were still friends, and I used to go up there and be friendly with her. But um, we'd go in the river with her parents, and we'd have the inner tubes, the Owens River, or Owens Valley is the Owens River, and still warm out, but the water was cool, runoff from the mountains. An inner tube, truck inner tubes with a big ice chest in it, and we were in inner tubes and just float down, and people would drive the cars back and forth. It was a blast, and it was really interesting. Some of the best stories. Her aunt was still alive. Her uncle had passed. They lived in a tent in the Owens Valley, working for DWP, Department of Water and Power, or whatever it was back then, making that run to the valley or whatever they were doing. They worked, and she was telling me she used to go toe to toe with people in the bars, fighting with her husband next to her side, just having a good old time. The stories this old bird told me was just funny and shit. I really liked her, and she told me about a lot of people are fishing trout, big trout, stuff like that. She said, "Oh no, over here in the backwater," and she on the map she put it on me, bass, some big bass that people wouldn't even think about. Um, but it was fun. Definitely had some fun there when the salmon are running. Sure. No, they'll probably stay in here. They'll sleep right here in the this thing is about the size of a queen size bed. The where the table. God, I hate. Sorry about the shaking. They'll sleep here. That's what they did last time, and then I'll either sleep on the bottom, both of us, or my wife will go up on the top and sleep. It's got a bunk beds in the back, but probably do that. Yeah, and you know what they did too in the Owens, and I don't remember what certain time of the year that they, her father actually, my ex father-in-law, the Browns would run to the river from I think it was one way, or they were coming up, maybe to lay or whatever, coming out of the river and going up into the mountains, and they were fun to fish for. Yeah, I didn't. Haven't got to fish much for that. Um, I would have liked to. I wanted to go to Alaska and fish both the salmon and the halibut, and still could, I guess. It's on my bucket list. Do I think I'll make it? Probably not. Probably not to that one. Joking. What? I didn't see what you said. Walking in my shoes. What did you say? What did you say, Tip? Do not drive in the tuk tuk, Dave. I'm gonna. Yeah, did you drive? Did you ride in it? My uncle drives it all over. It's basically his. I can't fit unless they move the seat back. I can't drive the thing. And we ended up buying a. The brother has uh, the scooter shop that did the wave that actually his mother has now. We gave to the aunt. Um, he found a Scoopy. I think I paid 10,000 baht for it, and he went through it all. And that there, and then we're going to bring my wife's Scoopy up there. That way, the kids have a pair of scooters to drive, or me and my wife can drive them around town or whatever. So we'll have a pair of, I think they're 2012 Scoopies, and my uncle still use. I should just sell the Toot Toot. I basically bought it for that in case anybody got drunk and somebody could drive them back and whatever. We didn't even end up. I don't think using it for that, but uh, I don't know. The uncle seems to like the damn thing, so we'll see. Because I think what did I pay for it? 40,000 baht or something like that. 38,000. Um, so I do have to get rid of the Himalaya. Now I've got another bike there. That's why I want to get the my wife's Scoopy out of there and get that up to Ubon, and that'll lighten up that. And the Himalaya's gone, and then I'll keep one of the either the 110 or if I can get that to load um, correctly and I feel confident by myself. If not, then I'll use the Grom or the MSX or whatever it is. It's not a Grom; it's an MSX. I guess they're kind of the same thing, but I must have married the only woman in Thailand that does not want to go back to Isan. So I had to buy land in Samurai. You know, I need a builder. Like, yeah, that's a hard one. Although I don't know where that's at, but if you're familiar with this channel, there's Thailand N Paradise, the N Paradise, Kenny and Sampit. He's doing a good job on his build, and it looks like his builder is really fair. And he's got to be close to me here. He's in Sisaket, and I'm in Sisaket, and it was about an hour and a half from my house. So I was hoping he was going to pop in, but he's busy with the build. But you might want to check out his channel, and I don't know how far that is away from, because I'm horrible on directions or where places are, so I don't know where that Royat, Sam Royat. I don't know where that is, but if you know where it is, hey Brock, how you doing, brother? Um, from the okay. Well, if that land or wherever you bought is close to Sisaket, you might want to talk to Kenny. I think he got a really fair deal on building his house, and the guy's doing good work. Okay, it would be good to hire Kenny to walk around and bust their balls, but it, the guy seems like he does good work and he's fair. So it's hard to find. Saying good morning. Yeah, JJ would, but I don't know. JJ's a little rich for my blood. I think he does excellent work, um, but I think he's going to be. But he doesn't travel. He doesn't travel outside of very far outside of Pachuap Kurikon that I know of. Could be wrong, but I think he's going to be more on the price. But he does excellent work too. But this guy, as far as a nice Farang Thailand house, the guy's doing a good job for Kenny. Is South? Oh wow, Hua Hin, one of the beautiful places in Thailand. Really, very cool. I want to get over that way, and I might use that as the next time that we do a meetup. Go over that way, and then have my wife take 3 or 4 days off. Go with me there and go to the meetup. Put her on a bus back to Bangkok on a plane, fly back to Buriram, and then maybe I'll just kind of, because one of the guys that I met at the camping deal, he turned me on to a bunch of places, and he said he had a motorhome. It's a truck camper, but it's all one piece that doesn't come off. Very awesome rig. And he said he cruised up and down the between Hua Hin and Pachuap, all the beaches and everything, parked right up next to the water. Never had anybody say you can't park here, you can't stay here, you can't do this, you can't do that. And he said he had a ball, and I'd like to do that. I like the ocean, man. Yeah, he basically does the stuff there, for sure, bro. Um, oh, Mitch is here. Mitch from John Tien. Oh no, it's Mitch from someplace else. Hey, brother. Hope you're well. Hope everything's going right. And the Dow's mom and everything is doing well. How do you like your your first week or two up there? Maybe I'll have to come on. You want to be a guest on the show on Monday? And Brock too. I'm gonna start doing that again, having people come in. That way I don't have to run at the mouth for 2 hours. But if you want to come on Monday, you guys let me know. I'll send you the link, and maybe Mitch can tell us what it's like up there. I've never been there, so I'll probably come and I'll probably go there and see Mitch. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking he was over on the other side. That's true. I didn't think about that. He might do that. Mountain chain, 700 meters high, 2 kilometers from Dolphin Bay. Okay, I know where that is. Much more beautiful than Pachuap, where I first looked. I think, me personally, I think so too. I think there's a lot of nicer places. But I think that if I wouldn't have got with my wife and got married and was single, or happened to meet somebody else, which I can't even fathom thinking that I could meet anybody. But I like that area over there between Hua Hin and Pachuap, but not necessarily right in Pachuap, up a ways. But macro checking right at the moment, filling the fridge. Did you buy a freezer or no? I know we had talked about it, but you probably haven't yet. It's a national park, so a green zone. Wow. Okay. Cool. Sounds beautiful. Um, me, do I like where I live? Yes. Would I much rather be close to the ocean? Yes. But out of the 20 things that are absolutely freaking phenomenal in my life now, that's the only one that box that isn't checked. So everything else is. I couldn't be happier. Hey Andy, how you doing? Glad you could make it. It's saying hi to me, to Andy. Um, but it's really nice here. Like I said, let's check and see what my solar's doing. Only 400 watts, so something else probably kicked on, refrigerator or my little appy cool. I've got everything plugged into this thing, but 52%. So I'm liking what I see so far. Either that, the air conditioner could be ramping up too. Douglas is in the green zone. Everybody saying hi to Andy. I don't know. Where's Andrew? Oh, Andrew, did he have to go somewhere? I think he went somewhere, didn't he? He might have. I'll try to get together with Andrew maybe next week and go to lunch before I head out to Sokran in Ko Chang. All right, let's see if we went up any hotter. 33, 1 degree, and I dig this program, man. It's awesome. Too bad you can't see it well enough, but and like I said over there, there's a little meter. It's about that big. It's mounted into the wall, right next to the closet. I guess it would be. Um, much more rare and important than your look. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Hey Ted, how you doing, brother? If you guys aren't subscribed, please do yourself a favor. But yeah, and I had somebody write me something on one of um, my 5.5 years here in Thailand, saying, "Oh well, most of them are stories of people getting screwed and blah 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 blah." And I couldn't tell whether it was a dig or not the way it was worded, and I just let it go. But it, I think, like I said, could any woman could fool you, right? I mean, but you just have to be at least halfway smart about things. Like I said, if the first 5 minutes you meet them and they got their hands out like this, then yeah, it was nice meeting you. Slap them on the hand and go on down the road. There's just a lot of women here. The great thing about Southeast Asia, I don't know all of them, but at least here in Thailand, um, the age group that would be coming and wanting to be with 50 to 70-year-old men are going to be 40 to 50 years old. My wife was 38 years old. She's 43 now, or something like that. Not so much that they're could some of them be, have. I don't think that they totally look down on themselves. I should say, is it in their mind that I'm 40 years old? I've had 2 kids. They're grown now. No one's going to want me. Blah 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 blah. Possibly. People say, "Oh well, they want your money." Sure, they do. They're not stupid, you know. I mean, why not have a good life, have money, and have somebody that they could actually love, and they don't care about what you look like. It's what's in the chest, man. That's what they uh, that's what they care about. That's what the good ones care about. And like I said, if my wife was to pull it out of the hat tomorrow, man, I'd say, you know what? Not only can you have both the houses, no fight, no nothing. You can have my truck, you can have the trailer, you can have all the bikes because thumbs up, man. You did a great job. You deserve everything you got if you pulled that over my eyes. Um, but I think a lot of the guys are, oh, she's 19 and she's so beautiful, and I'm only 73 years old, and oh, this is so great, and I only had to give her 100,000 baht after seeing her for a week. Come on, man. If you're that stupid, then you deserve to lose your money. I mean, that's just the way it is. Um, do I think, hey, more, God bless you if you can come here and want to chase a 21-year-old because I couldn't do it. But, hey, if that's what you want to do, chase them. They're all over. You don't need to want to marry one and settle down. Granted, is it possible? Sure, it is. I know 21-year-olds that have more intelligence and are more settled down than 60-year-old men that I know. But you have to feel good about it. But if that's what you want to do, then go run around for a while and then start. But if you if you're 75, you don't have a bunch of years left. But maybe that's what you want to do. That's okay too. It's acceptable, I think. Here, I don't hold anybody down. Like I said, I'm not the one that can throw rocks at at glass houses. You're a bar girl, and that's what you had to do to go and take care of your family. God bless you. You know, if I could have done that, maybe not done some of the things that I needed to do when I needed to do them, maybe I would have done it. But who would have want to pay for? You get my drift. I mean, people look down on them. Why? Why? Are there some that just want to do that and that's what they want to do and it's freaking awesome and they make a bunch of money and they just love sex? Sure. Are there also ones that I'm doing this because I have to do it? I think of reindeer when I'm with somebody and try to forget as soon as I leave, and then send my money home to my family. Sure, there is too. Are there? I've heard stories of people that have been married to bar girls for 30 years. You know, and I've heard people talking poorly about them. Why? Why do you have to be an asshole? I mean, I don't know. there's always something in somebody else's deal that like I said, I teach their own. Whatever you got to do to make to do what you got to do, hey, go do it. Do it. I think that there are bar girls out there that want to have a husband and a nice life. Sure, there are. Like I said, just be smart. Oh, be smart about things. A lot of them are all out of Eson. I want to say anyway. I'm going to say 80% of everybody that's in, not only in the bars but working in the coffee shops and the ice cream shops and the restaurants, they come from Eson. And I don't know if it's the people that I've met and the women that I've met in Eson. They're freaking awesome. So, all right, let's see. I rambled for a little bit. Uh, yeah, Ron found a good one. Brock's got a good one. Everybody that I know has good ones. So for somebody to say, yeah, like the majority of people have gotten screwed, I don't know, man. I've met so many people here in Thailand, and every one of them, I want to say for the most part, they've been with their partner longer than me. 4 or 5 years, 10, 12. How many years, Brock? 150? Brock's like 200 years old. So, and Tim's been with his wife forever. I mean, I don't know. All it takes is one asshole out there to put something on YouTube. Oh, she took all my money and cry and whine, and people go, God, that could good. If you got out of it, that yeah, you could get screwed. That's a good thing. It should be in your mind. Um, do I think that you could find women on the dating? Yes. Again, just being smart about it. Depends on what you want to do. All I wanted to do was just talk to a woman. This was my best friend for 30 years. You know, just wanted a woman's hi, how are you? What do you want to eat? You know, just something I didn't know what I was still, going through all the crap. Still to this day, probably till the day I die. But I got lucky. And even luckier than that is my wife now thinks that my wife that passed helped put us together. So there's no jealousy there. That how come you write on your wife's webpage and on Facebook on her birthday and Christmas and New Year's and anniversaries and stuff? Never. My wife writes on there says thank guardian angel. You know she'll send stuff too. So am I lucky? I'm the luckiest man on this planet. Although Brock will say that he is, and everybody Ron will say that he is, and everybody that has a Thai significant other will say that they are. Um, and not just that, like even Mike's with Gracie, Filipina. I think it's a Southeast Asia outlook on life. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't spent an enormous time any place but here. Never even been to the Philippines. Um, I know that the cost of living here suits me perfectly. The government doesn't bother me. I feel honored and privileged to be able to live here. My wife's freaking extraordinary. My life is extraordinary. And I'm 67 years old. I could die tomorrow and say, man, what a life. What a life, But I want to hang out because my wife wants me to. She said she changed my diapers, so I want to actually see her change one. I'm just kidding. I don't want anybody as long as I'm not a burden. They have to cut my feet off because of diabetes and I'm in a wheelchair. As long as my brain, I can tell, yeah, that's my wife, and I can get in and out of the wheelchair and into bed and move around and stuff, and I've got my faculties, I'll hang. If I'm drooling out of the side of my mouth and I'm in a diaper and someone's got to feed me and stuff, no, time to go. But anyway, you guys talking about cats? My wife this morning with Money Cat. Now I've never even thought about cats. This cat is freaking awesome, and she's got we got I don't know 5 or 6 of them now. They had babies, and some of them died, some of them stayed. But I don't know. I never thought I'd be a cat person, but I dig it. I dig my cats. And Bear. Bear takes the cats and engulfs them, and the dog and Toby, and just the whole dog in his mouth. And and they'll yelp and stuff like that. The cats do it too. So we'll see. Lots of kids and pets areas. I think that I think Nidnoy's going to bring Toby. So we'll in this video that I put out after I get back, I guess we'll have Toby in it. No bear yet. He needs to mature a year, I think. But I'll go. Yeah, I don't know what is the. I know. I think I was watching Chuck's video, and he was talking about that. 75 is like the average lifespan, right, of a male, anyway. I don't know. I don't like to talk about death too much. He'll want to be adopted. What is he gonna? Yeah, Mitch has been a dog person for years and years and years. But the way that you travel and stuff, if they can't go with you, you'd be. Because I know Mitch. Mitch would idolize the dog, and the dog would have to go with him. But like that hotel that we went to have the meetup, well, that we stayed in for the meetup, uh, not all the rooms, but half the rooms are pet friendly, and it's a 4 star, a 5 star because they had bacon, but a 4 star hotel. Was it the best I've ever been in the world? No, but they're pet friendly. I think a lot of them are friendly. Like Toby's going with us to Serenity. He's doing me a favor pretty much because in the stuff on his site it says no animals. And then when I texted him and reserved the rooms and stuff, I said Toby's going to come again. He said, "Okay, yeah, bring Toby." So hopefully I don't piss too many people off. But there's a lot of places that accept animals now. My cats are the predators. Yeah, I could tell Craig digs his cats. And like I said, man, it's only 3 years since since we got the cats coming to the house. Um, we had the dogs. I had the dogs move in because they were living over. Toby's brother died because they had the babies over at mom and dad's place, and it was 180 inside there. So they came over, and then my wife driving behind somebody, and bar girl, I call her. Her name was Kat. Fell out of a wheel well, and she picked it up on her scooter. Said, "Can we keep it?" And I said, "Yeah." She ended up getting pregnant and having babies, and running around with every cat in town. So I called her a bar girl, and now we had her fixed. She had two, whatever it's called, two sets of babies. Is it called litter? I don't know. Um, and during the second one, we got Money Cat, who's a Persian, and she was still young. She was getting beat up by my wife's best friends, uh, her brothers and sisters. And when we were going somewhere and coming back, we had taken her best friend, and she said, "Can I have this cat? Look, somebody scratched his eye," and it was a baby. We brought it home and put it in with the other ones, and Parker will let Money Cat feed, and to this day, Money Cat thinks that's her mom. She's the only one she won't fight with. Um, and then I bought him these little tubes of like almost like push-up deals, that you get like ice cream, except it's like tuna and albacore and crab, and boy, they love that. And I don't do that for me. I don't buy special shit, but for the damn cats, I do now. I kind of dig them. So can't really bring them. Well, we did bring it to Ubon. We brought Money Cat. We bought a big cage. I don't know if you guys remember in the video. There's a big white cage in our bedroom, and that's where Money Cat stayed. Yeah, and I think you almost have to have. I told you guys the story about the horse woman, the girlfriend. She loved animals. I mean, we had a 20 stall breezeway barn, really nice and stuff. And she said, I gotta get some cats. The mice are going crazy in the barn." Okay, so she went out and she bought like, I don't know, 8 freaking cats. And I'm out there walking around inside the breeze, and there's all these fat cats just laying around doing nothing. Mice running like crazy, rats all over the place. Come to find out, I go on the back. She's got on either side of the door these long troughs, full with cat food, free feeding the cats. I said, "How can you free feed the cats if you expect them to kill the mice?" God, thank God she was good looking. She was awesome. She was definitely put together. Dressage, just a body outstanding. Anyway, let's see. What is it? biological age versus chronological age. Many ways, length, and yeah, I'm probably eating McDonald's and probably is not stretching my life out any. Dave, yes, Bella has footprints. Yeah, and they, like I said, the room that I was in wasn't, but they had rooms just exactly like the one I was in that they did allow pets in. So, because I know Mitch, he really dug his one dog. I think it was the last dog he had, and I don't want to bring up any bad things, but I know he's been talking about it for years. It probably would be a good thing. I know Bear is going to be a good dog. It's going to take a little bit of it's going to take a little bit of me doing working with him. My fan just died. Let's see. No joke. Life is great for spring. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. This thing's driving me nuts. Um, I like I said, man, gotta love Thailand, right? I mean, it's outstanding. The women, my wife especially, most most of them, any woman that I have to be with, or if I was gonna, excuse me, if I was gonna be with anybody, had to have a excellent sense of humor because I'm a ball buster, and my wife is right there. If I throw something out, she throws something right back at me. So I've gotten lucky, and like I said, it's interesting because at least everybody on this channel, their significant others are freaking top notch. Jake's to another one I'm thinking about. All of them, everybody that's on here right now, their significant others are outstanding, and you're absolutely right. I mean, you fit right in, so hopefully you'll hang out. But yeah, I would check with Kenny, and if you want to, you can check with JJ too, and see if he'll if he'll. I think he'll. I think Brock's right. Might be close enough in Hua Hin. Um, let's see. Yeah, yeah. The one we got. The My wife comes yelling in the room. I don't know. Probably been almost 8 months ago now. Bad people, bad people. We got cameras up all over. Just got nighttime. I go, what? Well, somebody pulled up and kicked this dog out. Now, how the hell? I mean, I've done some nasty shit in my life, but how to do that to an animal? You got to be a low life scum, right? And and then our dogs took off. We had a couple of Soe dogs that were born across the street, and um, went up, started tearing him up, and he ran off. And I go, oh man, that's too bad. Well, he came back, and we took him in. That's why I call him Lucky. He's lucky he found that home. But we have the two sisters. There was two sisters and a brother that were born across the street from the house in Surin. Somebody told me that, and I didn't go over and check it out because I didn't want to get in any trouble. That the guy behind us, the male dog, had gotten into his vegetable garden and tore it up, and he killed the dog. And which I thought was shitty. Come and tell me, I'll give you money, have whatever you want, reimburse you. Don't kill the fucking dog. Oh, excuse my language. Um, so we took the two girls over to our house that we rented. Then a year later, we took them back over to Surin, and one of the females just laid down and was paralyzed, and heard from the doctor that that happens, and she could die. She could uh, um, be like that forever, or she could walk again. And damn, my mother-in-law and my wife took care of that dog. It's been a year and a half, 2 years, almost 2 years, and that dog can now move, and she couldn't move her head up. They had to give her water and everything, and I had to do a video on her. Her name's it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast was the boy dog. Lunch, her sister had a litter and nine puppies, and dinner is the one, and she's a sweetheart. But she can actually move around now. She runs. She can get out and run. It's hard. I mean, she lays down a lot, but I give my wife credit. So we've got the three dogs, Toby, four dogs, and about 4 or 5 cats. So it's interesting. Hey, Nikki. Nikki doesn't like dogs at all, and she's got that buddy dog that she just tortures. Takes him out, walks him every day. Takes him out at 3 o'clock in the morning, lets him pee. She just can't stand dogs. How you doing, Nikki? Hope you're well. If you guys aren't subscribed, let me put that up. Please, somebody put up Nikki's deal, or Nikki, you can put it up, and follow her and Buddy. And some of the places she's in the UK are just absolutely gorgeous. The places she takes him. He's a lucky dog. I love you too, sister. Uh, let's see. What y'all feed them? They don't eat dog food. I don't know how much money I put out for pork, chicken, rice we get, whatever. But yeah, exactly. That's what they feed them. Some of the soy, the ones that are actual soy dogs that come up around every once in a while, not too many now. They've chased them pretty much away. Our dogs have. Give them chicken bones and stuff, and they'll eat them. And I don't know, some people say that's wrong. But if they're not a soy dog, we don't give them bones. But the soy dogs can eat them. I don't know why, but they can. But yeah, somebody that's not doesn't like animals is probably not going to be a good person. I'm just a guess, but I think it says a lot about a person if they love their animals like Nikki does, and it sounds like what you do too, and everybody that's had dogs, and I guess cats. I don't know. I'm kind of attached to Money Cat and Bar Girl, but let's see. Yeah, I think so, Nick. Everybody that I've met, people that are, how do you kick a dog? How do you have a dog? Now, this dog came up to us, so it wasn't a complete soy dog. I want to say the dog was maybe 6, 7 months old. It wasn't, it was a little bit, I could tell the way I moved my hands, I had to move real slow. So I knew they beat him to a certain extent. But the dog was definitely not an outright soy dog. And you have that dog for 6, 7, 8 months, and then you just take it to some random place and kick it out. What a heartless bastard! I mean, I don't know. I have a cat 9 years, and Buddy 2.5. Best fur baby. Yeah, and like I said, Money Cat. I'll have to have Money Cat in a video too. She's pretty amazing. She'll go up like right 2 nights before I left. My wife sleeps with the comforter over her head because I'm sleeping on top of the covers with the air conditioner and fan blowing right on me. And that cat is just right on top of her, scratching at she. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. She don't care. It's time for whoever she wants to pet her and love on her for them to get up. And my wife. That's what I don't know, man. I've been out with a lot of Western women, and even ones that like animals would not be as laughing and at 3 o'clock in the morning having to get up at 7:30 to go to work, laughing and playing with the freaking cat at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're just their outlook. I mean, everything is awesome over here. Now, are there Americans? Sure, there are. I'm not saying that, but my wife is extraordinary anyway. Every pet I've ever had until they passed had 4 rabbits, a rat. Fur babies have been so lovely. Goldfish, 15 years when he went. Wow. Um, yeah, it's we've got them all buried on the property in Surin. Um, the mother of Toby, um, the uh, the white little dog is buried there too. Um, who else did we bury there? Well, the puppies. 3 of the puppies just died for no reason. We don't know why. Before I could have them, my wife, they don't want to, my mother-in-law isn't going to spend any money taking them. I was gone, taking them anywhere to see what happened. Uh, they're all buried on the property. Live right next to, what was this one? Where? We're babysitting friend's dog now. We had to put down, yeah, that's like the no deal, man. I mean, probably one of the toughest things I had to do was watch my little dachshund of 12 years, I think she was, get put down. Um, uh, People that say that I mean, just tears in my eyes, just horrible. The Renty Code, HH monkeys everywhere, but they're awesome and so funny to watch. Yeah, I guess there's some that are. Hey Jay, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Um, Dave, I've been in my house for 30 years now. Yeah, so you've got them all there with you too. And the house that I had up there, I had my bear, big brown lab, Heidi, a he was a chocolate lab. Bear was a regular golden. Um, Heidi was a black. Two other dogs that we had, all buried on there, and now my nephew has it, so I know that the graveyard's intact. No one will mess with it. Yeah, I mean, having to put down an animal is, uh, man, it just tears at your heart, right? I'm not just, I mean, I used to be kind of heartless, but I don't know, man. Uh, Seeing them there and, and having to, like I said, my wife, if when they told me about dinner, okay, that's the one I was talking about, that was completely paralyzed. I mean, she had head down, she had a little tick, but that's it. Couldn't lift her head, couldn't do anything. And I said, maybe we should put her down. Well, they're Buddhists, okay? That doesn't happen, right? But I'm going, if this dog's in pain, I ain't going to let it do it. I went over and I grabbed her and I pulled her legs and twisted her neck and pulled her tail and flopped her over, and not one yelp out of her. So she was in absolutely zero pain. So I said, all right, I'm going to go along with this for a while. Let's see what happens. And my wife tells me to this day, aren't you glad you believed us? And yeah, yeah, yeah. Hate it when she's right. But let's see. Our dog died here after a year and a half on the farm. What is life coming from the desert? Yeah, I don't know, man. Dogs are cool. I love the animals. It makes it nice that my mother-in-law's there. She cleans all the crap up around the house, washes everything down. Hell, by the time I come out of my man cave, the whole property's clean. So that makes it nice. Nikki's going to bed. Why, Nick? It's only like, what, 3 o'clock in the morning? She'll be back. No, I'm going to go. It's already been hour and 40 minutes. I was only going to do an hour. Uh, I couldn't step outside of the house for 2 minutes, go back in the house, and my dog is so excited. I know. It's amazing. And it's unconditional love. I mean, uh, you could do pretty much anything to a dog, and 5 minutes later they've forgotten that you got mad at them and pushed them away and everything in there. They just unconditional. Oh, a mother's love, right? Or a wife. My wife had unconditionally loved me, which it's hard to find in the human species. Two thumbs up for Nick. Our dog went blind. That's what happened. Had cancer. That's what happened to my little one. Um, she went blind, and when I was there, uh, I could get her to eat, and then she wanted to stop eating. And I would mix hamburger with rice, and she loved that. She loved it because it wasn't just like a little sprinkling of hamburger; it was like hamburger. But good dogs. 11 or 12 years she was, and the male that we had for her, 10, 10 years. So, and I ran over one of the dogs, wiener dogs we had, miniature doxies, when we're going away on vacation. Thing got under the wheels of the motorhome, and I pulled away and bump, got out, picked him up. Shotzi was his name. Put him in my lap. My wife drove, hauled ass, and he died right in my arms on the way there. So we went away for the 3-day weekend, and my wife was just in tears constantly. And we bought this little female red dachshund while we were on vacation. We didn't want. My wife didn't want to wait on another one. We already had the other two, and came back. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with miniature Dachshunds, but they have spine problems because they're long. Now, the other two and those 10-year-old, 12-year-old ones, never a problem. This one at a year and a half had to have, it cost me 7,500 US dollars to have the surgery done to her spine. They went in and popped every one of her whatever, deals. And she lived to 16, I think, and had puppies. And everybody said, "Oh, how could you spend that kind of money on it?" She was only a year and a half. I said, if she would have been, you know, 20 years old or something, is that what I said? 11, 22 years old, my Dixie, and 19, I think, on the male, and 16 on the female, the one I'm talking about. But it was like, what, I put this dog down at a year and a half, 2 years old, besides the fact you're attached to him, right? I said, no, I had the money. So if I didn't have the money, it'd be a different story. I paid for the surgery, and she was fine all the way up until she died. She died peacefully, went underneath the bed, fell asleep, and never woke up. All right, Tommy's going. I think I'm going to go too. I think I've had enough. My fans are dying. I don't have the good wind on me that I had. Tip says, my cat, 16 years old, 7 months. One dog, 16 and 9 months. Wow. And they say the smaller they are, right, had cancer from after surgery. Wow. That they live longer, right? So Bear, if he lives 10 years, I guess is good. 12? I don't know. But the smaller dogs don't. All right, everyone. 12 of you here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to say really quickly that you guys know that Richard from Richard Travels did both my intro and outro on my live streams. I appreciate it. If you guys aren't subscribed, think about subscribing. Join the family. We just have fun. Do live streams on Monday and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Thai time, and put out videos occasionally. We go camping, family stuff, more about whatever I do in my life. Not that exciting, but I like to get to know people. Try to put out the word that you don't have to roll over at 60, 65, 70 years old if you lose your... I keep doing that. That's my wife. I had tattooed on my arm 3 days after she passed. You don't have to... You can't have a life. And you couldn't have told me that 6 years ago. I would have said, you're full of shit. Not going to happen. It can happen. And you can have a good life. That's what I'm hoping to reach, the people I'm hoping to reach. And have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you on the next one.